now for Ask the Expert. This is St. Patty's Day, and you can take the first steps to creating your own good fortune. Managing your money can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. So joining us live this afternoon, local financial professional Nick Folks. And Nick, we talk about it a lot, but why is it so important to manage your money?
Well, we all have a friend or two in our lives that they blame their bad financial misfortunes on bad luck, right? Mm-hmm. But the reality is, it's important for us to manage our money well and kind of prepare for the bad days that are going to come. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And so we just have to make sure we take the proper steps to do that.
So that's the key there. Take the steps. What are those steps?
Well, the first thing we talk about is changing your attitude towards money. So think of it this way.
Yeah.
We all have these ways that we've grown up. It's called behavioral finance. So what triggers you maybe to spend money in certain ways? You know, is it something went well at work, so you feel like you need to celebrate and spend money? Or maybe you're depressed and then all of a sudden you say, well, I'm kind of upset, so instead I'm going to, make myself feel better by spending money.
Right.
You know, a huge percentage of Americans, they make their financial impulse buys based on their emotions.
Yeah, I always look at that question, do I need this or do I want this?
Yeah, that's a huge discrepancy
Right,
that
yeah,
you have to be able to deal with in your
All right, what
life.
was number two there?
Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about tracking your spending. So when you think about tracking your spending, it's keeping track of where is your money going. So penny for penny.
And that's easy to do these days with all the software out there and the computers, right?
Oh yeah, there's amazing online programs
Right.
that you can utilize. Even your banks they
right.
keep a lot of all those statements are all there for you. So
Yep.
if you can really narrow down, okay, where's my money going? How am I utilizing it? It lets you see, am I utilizing that actually in an effective manner for myself?
And of course, always have a budget. And when we talk about a budget, you're saying know what you're going to spend on gas, food, the house, the taxes, the insurance. I mean, there's a lot there where you got to plan out, right?
Yeah, and it's never
It's work.
It never seems like a fun subject.
No, it
People
isn't.
say, "Oh yeah, budget, that sounds great." But
Yep.
you make a budget and then you don't budge from it. But I see it as this way: if you know what you're responsible for, it lets you know, well, when all of the dollars are spoken for, and then I have a little bit extra, now I know what my fund money is. I know what I can actually do, how I can use those assets well.
A lot of people say, geez, if I just made more money, I'd be able to save more money. So how do you go about saving money if you feel like at the end of the month you got zero left?
Well, the big thing is automating that. If you pay yourself like you're paying a bill, that's a huge portion of it. A lot of people, it's hard to maybe write a check out, right? But if you think about it, in your savings for your 401k or 403b or retirement plan at work, it's coming out of your paycheck before you ever see it. You can do the exact same thing in your bank. Pay yourself first, so that way you're not having to have to deal with that check at the end of the month.
It is a nice concept. Pay yourself first. Good information. Thank you, Nick. If you have a question for our experts, email them at asktheexpert@todaystmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. We have the number right there on the screen.